another week has gone by and it is now Friday. Actually, it's Thursday because I'm pre-filming this, but anyway, it is the weekend and I'm here to tell you about my weekend reads as well as do a library haul because I do have some books from the library that I want to get to very soon. My main read this weekend is going to be a book that I received from a publisher very recently, and that is The Watchtower by Elizabeth Harrower. I can't say that. This book was actually published back in September this year, but they forgot to send me a copy, but here I have it, and I'm super happy about it. It's very pretty. It's one of those tall books, but it's not that big, so I should be able to get through this during the weekend. And actually, I don't know too much about it. It is about Sydney in the 1940s, and I don't want to know anything else because I remember reading about it in September and wanting to read it, and that's enough for me. Now let's get on with the library haul. I have started using my library even more than I did because I recently came to the realization that I have spent way too much money on books these past 2 years. So much money that I am now trying to spend less. Considerably less. Don't get me wrong, I want to support the authors and the publishers. I really do, but I do think that I have been supporting them quite a lot these past 2 years, so now I'm going to support them through lending the book from the library. And I have quite a few titles checked out from the library. First one is Dumpling by Julie Murphy, which is a fairly recent release. It is a young adult book about a main character who is overweight, but she has a lot of confidence, and it's supposed to be really good. I have heard nothing but good things about this one so far. I mean, I was attracted to it and I decided to actually get it from the library. The next library book is Angel by Elizabeth Taylor, which I heard about through Angie's channel and from Beyond the Pages. She read this one recently and she loved it. It is about a main character, a girl who wants to become a writer, and so she struggles to obtain that dream. The way Anne described it made me order it from the library immediately because it sounded like my kind of book. Next I have The Year of the Runaways by Sanjeev Sahota, and I remember that this book is very highly claimed. I can't remember if it was shortlisted for the Man Booker Prize. I think that's why. I don't remember. It was given the Granta Best Young British Novelist award. I'm so confused right now. What I'm trying to say is that when I read about this book, I read that it was supposed to be phenomenal. It was supposed to be one of those books that were the book of the year of 2013, I assume, because that's when it was published, if I'm not mistaken. It's from 2015. How the heck does that happen? It says that it is a Granta Best Young British Novelist of 2013. Does that go for the author then? I'm so confused right now. Anyway, The Year of the Runaways, it's supposed to be a brilliant read. I can't remember too much about it, but I was intrigued to read it when I heard about it. However, the next book I do know won the Man Booker Prize this year, and that is A Brief History of 7 Killings by Marlon James, which is very yellow. I have heard it's quite a dense read. It's not a book that you read in a couple of days. You have to take your time with it, but it is Christmas and I will be on Christmas break in a week, so I do have time for it. The last 3 library books are in Danish, so I'm going to put the English title down here so that you can follow along. The first book is Oranges Are Not the Only Fruit by Jeanette Winterson. I have heard so many great things about Jeanette Winterson, but I haven't read a single book of hers, so I decided to go for this one first. I remember picking it up at the library and reading it, and I was like, no, I'm not going to read this first because it's supposed to be very religious. It's supposed to be about this girl who lives in a religious family, and that's all there is to her life. And I wasn't too much into that, but afterwards I heard so many phenomenal things about it, so that I had to get this as my first book by Jeanette Winterson. The next one, you can probably guess what it is because it has the same cover as in all other languages, I believe. This is Extremely Loud and Incredibly Close by Jonathan Safran Foer. I am dying to read this book. I watched the movie some years ago and it was really good, but I have never really considered reading the book as well, until I heard that Max from Well Done Books has this as one of his favorite books of all time. Then I had to read it, so here we have it. And the very last book is also the biggest one, and that is A Fine Balance by Rohinton Mystery. Now this one I have heard about through Mercedes' channel, Mercy's Bookish Musings. She has praised this one a lot and she often mentions it in her videos, and every time she does I am reminded that I really want to read it. And then I saw it at the library and I had to get it, but as you can see it's quite huge and it has a very small font and it is about 600 pages, so this is another one of those books that I can take my time with during the Christmas vacation. By the way, this one takes place in India in 1975, and I can't really remember too much else about it, but I like books that take place other places from where I'm used to read about, if that makes sense. And that is it for my weekend reads / library haul. I'm not sure yet which book I'm going to read first, but you can see what I picked in my December wrap-up part 1, which will be up sometime in the middle of this month. Thank you so much for watching and have a great weekend everyone. Happy reading and bye bye.